Hey everybody, so the live stream just dropped and lots of stuff to talk about in it. I really like what they had to say about the updates to the combat system and how that's going to be. That looks really cool. It's going to take away a lot of the problems that we had with passive playstyle, light spamming, stamina reduction. I really like what they had to say, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the new hero. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong, guys, and in the last video I said Warmonger. Yep, that's the name of the new hero. I said that Warmonger wasn't going to be the new hero released. I was wrong. They are the new hero, and I'm big enough to admit it. And you know what? Cool, that's fine. Looks like a cool hero. Like the design. Some of the moveset looks interesting, and I will definitely make a dedicated video to them once I get some time to play them. But I want to talk about a bigger issue that I have. Guys, a lot of people have asked me, why do I know all this stuff about history? Why do I study all this stuff? Am I just a history major? Actually, I'm not. I'm a master's in teaching. I'm an interdisciplinary studies major, and I focus on English and literacy, and I'm a writer. But I love medieval history. I have a minor in Asian culture, history, and language. I've studied Japanese and Chinese history for a long time, and my ancestors were knights. I have a lot of love for the knights because I can trace my roots all the way back to the Knights of Malta, into the Templar Order, into the Hospitallers. I have family who might have fought in the Crusades. I love learning about this stuff because I feel like it's a part of me. So I love the knights. And so my question is, why is it in For Honor, whenever they want to create a de facto bad faction or bad group, they quite often look at the knights? And no, I'm not going to be so stupid as to say, knights should never be bad. No, I'm not saying that. There were bad knights. I'm fine with that. But from the beginning of For Honor all the way to now, it feels like whenever they want to come up with an evil faction or evil group, they often fall back on the knights. Now, there are some evil or twisted characters, like Hitakiri and Jormungandr, but they don't tend to represent a faction. They tend to represent a piece of the warrior group. But whenever they want to come up with an evil organization in For Honor, it always falls on the knights. First, you had the Blackstone Legion led by Apollyon, who, throughout the story mode, were there to ruin everything in Heathmoor. They were there to get the war started up anew. And we'll talk about Apollyon's ideology some other time, but right now, I just want to point out that they were trying to ruin everything. The only one who figured out that this was a problem was the warden who was working with the Blackstone Legion, and he leaves because of it. But everybody else that does bad after that, be they Seijuro or Ragnar, they're all basically reacting to what Apollyon did. The Vikings are actually played up pretty historically accurately in terms of what they do. They raid things. They attack. They raid. They plunder. But the samurai are played up to be the heroes. In fact, it isn't the warden who beats Apollyon. I thought it would be the warden. I thought the warden would be the one to come back and say, Apollyon, you've done wrong, and I'm going to fix the wrongs that we've done. I did wrong too, and I'm going to fight you to redeem myself. No, the warden doesn't get a redemption. The warden gets beaten by the Orochi. The warden works to rebuild the Iron Legion, and then the Orochi duels them, beats them, and then leaves, and we never see the warden again. So I'm like, the warden doesn't get a redemption, and the Orochi, the samurai, are the ones who rise up and decide not to play by Apollyon's rules and actually save the day and kill Apollyon. The knights were just played up as bad guys. Sure, they turn on Apollyon in the end, but it's just made kind of a side thing. And then we move on, and the Blackstone Legion are still played up as the bad guys. We don't see any new problems or new enemy factions. We have that year, which was the Age of Wolves, that season which was the Age of Wolves, where we had the kind of return of Apollyon, the return of her ideals, and that was pretty cool. Everyone loved that event. And then we get the Black Prior. Now, the Black Prior I won't hark too much on because, hey, I love the Black Prior, and all the Harbingers were played as kind of twisted or dark. But think about who the Black Prior is. His lore is that he used to be a servant of Apollyon. He used to agree with Apollyon's ideals and serve with Apollyon. After she died, they went into obscurity, but now they're back to push those ideals again and to spread true darkness, and they've lost all their chivalry and all their goodness and all their honor, and they're just willing to kill anybody that gets in their way and spread the ways of darkness around all of Heathmoor. And now, we have the Order of Horkos. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh, the Order of Horkos, they're not just knights. They're a bunch of other factions come together to form this. Nope, according to the live stream, it's official. They're actually just remnants of the Blackstone Legion. So they are knights. And that to me is both lazy, because can't you come up with a different faction? Can't you come up with a different group to be the enemy? Can't you make it a mix of different people from different factions? I don't know. But no, it's just remnants of the Blackstones. And their leader is... It's Apollyon 2.0. I'm just going to say it. The Warmonger is Apollyon 2.0. Their name, Warmonger, screams, I'm evil. Okay? Warmonger. It's the name of... A warmonger is someone who incites war to profit from it. They profit from war. It's different from warlord, because a warlord is a name for a leader of war. Warmonger is someone who profits from it, who wants war to happen so that they can make money off of it or make some kind of profit off of it. And I'm like, could you be more evil? Why not just name them Satan while you're at it? And they're the leaders. They're the leaders of the Order of Horkos. They're the leaders of the new Blackstone Legion. And they look like Apollyon. They act like Apollyon. And they're basically just a retread of the Black Prior. Followers of Apollyon who are now back after all this time to try to restart her ideals. You know what I wanted the Order of Horkos to be? Here's what I wanted it to be. I wanted the Order of Horkos to be these people from all factions who are dissatisfied with the truths that they're seeing. They're dissatisfied with the truths. They don't think it's right. And they remember Apollyon and believe that Apollyon may have been right all along. That we were stronger when we were at war. That we made more of a headway when we were at war. And now they want to start it up. They want to end the truce, restart the war. And all of them kind of have their own secret agenda. Like maybe some of them from the samurai faction are going, okay, we're going to start up the war again, but we're going to favor our side so that the samurai win. And something like that. So that everyone's kind of in on it. Everyone's kind of evil. Everyone's a bit backstabbing. But no, they're just the Blackstone Legion again. I'm sorry, I don't think that's creative. I just feel like that's kind of lazy to me. And maybe I'll disagree. And if you disagree, fine. That's fine. You can disagree. I just don't like it. And to me, I'm kind of like, can't you make other factions evil too? Why are the knights always played off as the evil ones? Why? I mean, Apollyon was one thing, but now Black Prior, Warmonger, they're just all evil knights. And I don't know, I kind of want to have at least a few knights who are good. Can't we have a knight hero who's a paladin? Couldn't we have a paladin hero? A knight who holds themselves to higher standards of honor? And here's the biggest insult to me. Everyone's pointed this out. A lot of people have said that this new Warmonger is going to replace Warden. And Warden, to me, was the paladin. Warden represented the honorable knight that I always kind of witnessed. Even their trailer said that they held themselves to a higher standard and protected the weak no matter who they were. So I always thought, ooh, the Warden's this great paladin knight that I've always liked. But now here's this character who's basically Warden and Apollyon smushed together. And I'm like, if this replaces Warden, who's going to want to play Warden anymore? Who's going to want to play that honorable Warden anymore? They're going to want to play the Warmonger. And to me, that's sad. It's sad. Now, please don't misunderstand. I will still play Warmonger. And I am happy to have a new hero. I am. I look forward to seeing how they play. But as it stands right now, I'm disappointed. Because I expect better of Ubisoft. I know they can do better. And I think that one thing that here's what I predict is going to happen. This is my new prediction. Their next hero that they're going to release later this year is going to be probably Wu Lin. And they're going to be a good guy, essentially a good guy. And they're here to stop the Order of Horkos from destroying everything. So the knights are going to be played as the bad guys, and then we're going to bring in a new hero, not a knight, to bring them down. Just like the story mode. And sure, if that's the way For Honor wants to go, if that's the way the devs want to take it, they're free to do it. It's their story, they can do with it what they want. But to me, as someone who has a lot of love and respect for the Knights and their history, I can't deny it's a little disappointing. But I will learn to live with it. And again, I really look forward to what is coming with this next update. I'm very excited. The game is still looking promising. There's still a lot that I'm excited about and looking forward to. So please don't take this as me saying, oh, I'm done with the game, or saying, oh, I can't stand it, or oh, this ruins everything. Not at all. It doesn't ruin everything. It's just a matter of contention for me. It's a matter of disappointment for me. If y'all are excited for Warmonger, great. I'm a little excited for it. I can get into the mood. I can get into the excitement. I will enjoy playing her when she comes out. But I'm just saying that understanding where she fits into everything and how they're laying her out, it's just not what I would have done. So anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to admit to y'all that I was wrong, talk to you about my first impressions about what they said in the live stream, and I will see you in the next video. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.